Hey everybody, we have some special guests here at Secret Headquarters tonight. One of them's this pinball machine. The other two, I call these two guys my pinball wizard. This is Rick.
Hi there.
Give me some stats on you. I know you placed second state championships.
Yeah, this past January, so IFPA Indiana State Championship, got second on that. I've been playing for about 3 years now. Real excited about this machine.
Okay. And we got Matt. Matt's my go-to guy over here to tell me when something's wrong with my other pins. When I'm not that proficient as I should be. But tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm still learning too. I've been playing for 3 years or so, and I don't have any credentials like Rick. I love to play, and I can't wait to play this new one. It's getting great reviews on Pinside, where people are saying, if you're going to buy a machine, this is the one to own.
Yeah, I figure we can talk about the playfield a little bit and just look at kind of some of the features that we've got on this one. So on this game, you've got 3 flippers. You've got your basic 2 down here. I mean, if you've played pinball before, you've seen these flippers. You have one upper flipper up here, and basically what this one does is shoots what we call the inner loop right here. You can rack up a score by hitting that a number of times, and then lower down the end of the flipper here, there's actually a side ramp that you can hit. So hitting that loop a few times, then hitting that ramp, you can collect a big number of points on that one. You'll also know what we call an under flipper shot here. So
There's a disturbance at the Ninja Pizza Parlor,
can't
but
do now
never
'cause I don't have the
fear,
game
the
going.
turtles are on the scene.
But if you hold this left flipper up, not only will it hold this one up, it'll hold this one up as well. And you can actually use your right flipper to shoot a ball under it. And that's how you start what we call training. This game has a number of pretty easy to achieve multi-balls. If you choose the right character, which we'll talk about in a little bit, you can start a 4-ball multi-ball right off the bat. So if you're new to pinball, you can start with Donatello, hit one shot, and get yourself right into a multi-ball. It's a really fast game. It's a great flow game. Once you hit a shot, it'll come flying around. You hit into another shot. Feels really good. I'm excited about it. Artwork is beautiful. I think Stern's really got a slam dunk with this one. You want to start a 2-player game real quick? Do that?
Sure, yeah. We'll try some co-op later.
Okay, so
Choose your turtle.
we've got a full color screen here. You'll see, if you're not actually playing, you can watch the screen because you'll have interactions and fights and all kinds of stuff happening with the turtles while you're actually playing as well. You get to pick your turtle whenever you start, and each one actually has their own special abilities. So you have different levels of training with each one, and for the further you progress in the game, the more benefits you get that just pertain to that one, and we can talk a little bit more about that later. For now, I'm going to start with Donatello, and the reason for that is when you start with him, if you can hit this right ramp shot one time, you're going to jump straight into a 4-ball multi-ball. So if I'm just walking up to this machine, I'm new to pinball, I'm going to hit this shot, and that's going to start me right into a multi-ball, and I can flip around a little bit and kind of get some practice with that. A couple of other things, if you want to come over real quick, that I want to show on the playfield. The regular lock shot, typically in pinball, what you do is you lock 3 balls, and after that, you'll start your own multi-ball. The lock shot is under the truck here. You typically hit that from the right flipper. When you start the game, all you have to do is hit 3 shots of that, and you'll start another multi-ball right there. Whenever you hit this right ramp here, the ball will come around the back of the playfield here, and it'll come right down to this flipper. So you can do a situation where you'll hit that ramp, the ball will come around, you'll hit that inner loop there, it'll come back around, and you'll hit that side ramp right there for a combo. A lot of these shots in this game will feed into other shots, and you can get multiple ramps in a row and keep flowing that way. So when I start this one, I'll go ahead and try and get straight into that 4-ball multi-ball, and if I don't, that's okay. But if I do, you can kind of see a little bit of just a little bit of playtime there. And then I'll try and trap and talk about what I'm shooting for next, and talk a little bit more about some modes after I drain out of that.
Donatello chosen. You will improve. Practice.
So here's the 4-ball multi.
Already?
One shot. So I'll try and hit this upper ramp up here with this flipper. But basically every ramp is lit. that's pretty fun. So yeah, again, if you pick Donatello, you can launch straight into that with one ramp shot at the beginning of the game. You'll notice right now as I have the left flipper held down, I'm cradling it down here, which is what's called a trap. I also have this shot, which I can try and backhand from this flipper. It's awfully tough to do that. But you'll notice if you want to hit it, you have to be holding in the left flipper to be able to hit it under there. That'll start what we call training. It'll give you some extra benefits during the game. It'll also up your score by 10% for the entire rest of the game, so that's pretty good.
Sounds like a lot of math and a lot of thinking.
A lot of math and a lot of thinking. So I like to say Donatello and hit that ramp to start the game off, and then get the balls rolling pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and try and flip the ball over my other flipper and start getting some blocks just to get the regular multi-ball going. Okay. So this multi-ball is unique in Stern games. Whenever you're flipping around, you'll get different pizza toppings, which you can see right there. And they change the multi-ball and the way it scores every single time you play it. So depending on what pizza toppings you get, it'll add more balls, it'll change the way it scores, it'll make certain things more valuable. This one added an extra ball because I had a certain kind of topping. So every time you get this multi-ball, it's a different, you're playing it completely different. I'm going to see if I can hit under this flipper shot here. I think that might be interesting. You'll hit it right at the back of that flipper and it'll come right down there.
My new traps a test run.
So you beat your train, they get a new perk, which is 2 times in another mode, plus 10% to every score from that one. Every different episode you do, and there's 8 different ones, you'll be fighting a different classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain. So every time you play the game differently that way, 8 different battles you can do. If you can get through all of them, there'll also be some secret battles that you'll find at the end.
He's too strong. Retreat.
And that was your first ball.
That was
right?
first ball, so
yeah,
I lost the battle. It's going to put a red light down there for me, but still progress. If you can get through all 8, even if you don't beat him, you get some good stuff to happen.
Of course, Rick set me up for failure. It's hard to bat fifth after the cleanup guy hits a home run.
So when you start as Michelangelo, it's going to light what we call a ball saver. So you have these 2 drains on the outside here. We call them out lanes. In this game, it's called Battle Again. And whenever you start as Michelangelo, one of them is going to be lit. Every time it bounces around, it'll change which one, and you can't control it. But chances are, if your ball goes down that out lane, you have a 50-50 shot, it'll kick the ball back out, and you keep playing. So it's a good defensive way to pick, start now.
Start on the defense.
Yep.
In this game, it's beautiful, obviously, but John Borg is he basically made the layout, he designed the game. He's done a lot of other ones. They're some of my favorites. Metallica and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. Yeah.
And then Zombie Yeti, who did the artwork, he's also probably the most famous artwork in Pinball. He's probably the most famous artist.
Artwork in this game, screen design, game design, everything so far for me is, I think it's going to be a new classic.
It's top notch.
Yeah. So if you're wanting to get some progress in the game and you want to start a new episode, like when I was fighting Slash in the last one, all you have to do is hit each ramp 1 time. And then whenever you hit that pizza shot down there under the truck, that's how you start a new episode. So all he has to do is hit this left ramp, and then it'll light an episode down there.
And are the episodes random, or is there a certain one that starts each time?
I believe the episodes are random. There's a way you can change them by hitting one of the stand-ups. So he had a ball saver lit on this side, the ball went down that drain, so it's just bad luck. But it'll still be lit for the next one. If I had a ball go down either one, I'd be losing it. So it's going to light some shots. I'm going to shoot him, try and beat Shredder.
Miserable mutants.
Not a chance.
Shoot the inner loop or center
We're
line.
going to beat one of these episodes sometime,
He doesn't carry over from ball to ball.
Nope, so I'm going to have 2 red episodes down here. But if I can still get through all 8, even if I lost them all, I'd get a good end-of-game multiple. There's a feature in this game whenever you hit enough pizza slices. Whenever you hit a couple of these targets, which you usually just get by flipping around, you'll get 8 pizza slices. You'll start what's called a pizza party. You have to eat pizza as fast as you can. And when that happens, the ball keeps flying around, but you have to hit this button as many times as you can, as fast as you can.
I accidentally hit that. Yes.
Yeah.
Leonardo.
So whenever it's going, you have to listen for it to say eat pizza. You get 6 seconds, and I think you can eat up to 40 slices. So you really just have to hammer on it as fast as you can. And that's tough while the ball's flying around because it doesn't stop the ball for you. So
Raphael.
if you can trap it on a flipper, that's great. But if not, keep flipping and keep trying to hit the button as fast as you can. We didn't do a whole lot of hitting this inner loop up here. But you do have to watch this flipper. The right ramp, whenever you hit it up here, the ball just comes screaming around this corner, and it does feed right to that flipper. So you can hit it off the edge up there and hit this loop several times in a row. If you do that and then hit the ramp, it's called a crank combo. You can probably get 1,000,000 points off of that when you're further in the game just by hitting that 3 times and hitting that ramp.
I'm trying to think what I want to say about the game and stuff. The overall feel about it.
Yeah. I already like it. I've only played it a couple times, and I don't know. I think this is a fun, fluid game. If somebody was coming out and trying to learn how to play pinball, I think we're gonna maybe try and do a couple more videos breaking down some of the things that we're doing. But we're just talking about the game here today, but some of the basics of how you flip, how you approach looking at the game, if anybody's interested in that kind of thing. But as far as this game goes, I know I'll be back. Beautiful artwork, smooth, fast, fluid game. I'm already liking it a whole lot, so I'm gonna try and put some high scores up, I think.
It does. It has it all. It's got the whole package.
Out of a 10, what would you give it?
I mean, so far it's playing like a 10, so we'll see. It's gonna have to. Something bad's gonna have to happen, but
Still in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah,
But.
absolutely. But yeah, I mean, come out to Secret Headquarters and give it a try. You might see me here. So.
We thank you guys for doing
Yeah,
this.
thanks for the
Appreciate
opportunity.
it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chad. Had a lot of fun.